So a lot of the times we can actually bring forth a self-sabotage by having a belief system around that once we do good and we get into a certain pleasure center, oh, that's too much pleasure, and we self-sabotage it. So it's like we only believe that we have a level of success, a level of pleasure, a certain level that we'll reach, because that's our worthiness zone. So and then what happens is that when we get to that, and it keeps increasing, it really, really does. But when we get to that stage, there's that sneaky little ego that comes in and goes, oh, you can just have one drink, you've been here, why not? So it depends if you're in a state of, so it's really a matter of shutting it up. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really weird.
Yeah, and we get shown certain things at certain part of our life that when we're just about to break through to a new level of awareness, a new level of understanding, and a new level of who we are. Like it's it's like with the ascension. That with the ascension process, we think that we're actually sick and we're all snotty and we're headachy and we're feeling yuck. Oh, by the way, that's the other thing I was going to say. There's lots of ascension flu going on right now, so just allow yourself to rest and rejuvenate. And we feel yuck, and then one day wake up and we go, holy shit, I feel like a new person. This is the same thing. So when we get to a stage in our life when we feel some self-sabotage coming through, we have to sit down and we have to say, okay, so what does my higher self actually want to do? And what does your higher self want to do?
So I'm starting teacher training for dancing.
No, I mean with the party.
Sorry,
I mean with what we're talking about. Yeah, with the party, with the having a celebration. Yeah. Do you want to have one?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay. So what part of you is saying no?
The part that wants to sabotage. Yeah.
So as long as you can, it's a really beautiful thing to do as well, is to tune into yourself and understand that we really do. We know from growing up and from our programming and from when we're actually becoming who we are through childhood, we have a certain level of worthiness. We have a certain level of where we will take ourselves to, and it's not until we can knock down those doors and understand that we'll move further up, and the next worthiness and our next worthiness and our next worthiness. And when you can really come to a stage of understanding that, the little beliefs that we have, there's some beliefs that just get in our way, and this is definitely one. You had a certain level of, you just get to a certain level and then you're just going to self-sabotage yourself anyway. That pleasure is that pleasure zone. I'm feeling it's a pleasure zone for you, so I would tap into what your pleasure zone is and why you don't believe that you deserve more. That's what's coming through for me for you. Does that make sense, Beck?
Yeah, that's cool, thank you.
Yeah, did I answer your question okay?
Yeah, that was awesome, thank you.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Yay! And congratulations. That is absolutely huge. Like, you should be singing it from the freaking rooftops. And if there's a part of you that's not singing from the rooftops, you need to tap into why you don't want to be seen.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah. Congratulations, hun. Honestly, amazing.
Thanks.
Honor you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next? I can't say Jeff instead of Edith. I'm so happy that this group and you, Lisa, have given me tools to cope with feeling blah since our last lockdown. Meditating and beach works are the bomb. Yeah, honestly, at the moment, do things that really bring you into a state of being grounded and being balanced, and not just balanced within yourself, but harmoniously balanced within your mind, body, and soul. So really in a space that you're allowing yourself to keep feed, if you're in lockdown, to keep feeding the parts of you that need to be fed, the parts of you that are in a state of feeling like they're caged in, especially if you're in a place where you're not actually allowed to go out, or you can't do the things that you want. Really feed yourself with what you need. Meditating. If you can't beach walk, then sit down and have a bath, or just read, or whatever you like to do. Really try to do as much of that as you can right now, because being grounded is very essential. And has anybody else got anyone they want to say? Got about another 15 minutes, guys. Don't want to finish this too early. The other thing I forgot to say before is that there's a lot of ascension going on at the moment. And that's another reason why when I was talking about you feeling lots of density, you're getting triggers and things are being brought forth, or, you know, there's emotions that are coming up to the surface that you're not understanding, or you're just like, oh God, what the hell? It's because for you to ascend, you need to release. You need to get rid of what is actually, I'm trying to think of the word, you know, where it just drifts away, it just melts away. You actually need to just allow it just to go and leave your body, because when we do that, that's when we have the ascension. And when we have the ascension, it means that we're raising our frequency and we're raising our vibration and we're raising our energy to another level. And that's when all the more we actually do allow more pleasure and play. So actually, Bex, check into your level of frequency at the moment, hum. I definitely would do that. Ask yourself, you know, what frequency you're actually in. If you're in a real beautiful high frequency, then the ego can't quite penetrate what it needs to penetrate, because you're living in the joy, you're living in the happiness, you're living in the harmony, you're living in the, how do I go about that? Tapping into frequency. So get a piece of pen and paper. Great question. Thank you, Beck. So Beck's just asked, how do I get into, how do I know what frequency I'm in? So what I would do is I would write out your frequency. So, you know, right now, what sort of frequency are you living in? How are you feeling emotionally? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling spiritually? How are you feeling within your body? How are you feeling with your environment? Just really just tap into the energy that is surrounding each part of where you are and who you're with. And then ask yourself, is that the energy that you want? And you can even tap into the energy of your body. You can tap into the energy of your business. You can tap into the energy of anything, absolutely anything. It doesn't just have to be the general frequency. And then take a look at it and decide, is that the frequency you want to be in? If it's not, then shift and move to where you need to shift to. And if you're in the 4-day program, we have a whole day on this, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. We've got, sorry, a whole, like, one of the days is about energy and frequency. So if you're not, I'll type in the chat. If you, I think you guys all are. If you're not in the free 4-day program, then get into it, because one of the days is all around understanding. See, I don't need to worry, my glasses are, here they are. Understanding your frequency and your energy, because it is key right now. It really, really is. Also having a beautiful frequency and energy is will help you intimate soul, discovery. I'm pretty sure that's it. If that says intimate, yeah. Beck's iPhone has entered the waiting room. Beck, aren't you already in here? Coming on twice. So your pleasure zone is sort of the same thing, and day 4's on that, so I'm not going to go too much into that. Beck, stop asking questions that I'm going to be answering. Your pleasure zone, no, don't apologize, gorgeous. Great questions, because it's exactly what people need right now, which is why I'm going into it, doing the 4-day program, or mastermind. Yeah, your pleasure zone really is what level of pleasure are you allowing? What level of pleasure are you receiving? And what level of pleasure do you actually desire? And if you haven't got what you desire, ask yourself why. I'm not going to go any more deeper than that. Anybody else? How do you transmute environmental fear with lots of negative energy around your environment? How do you transmute emotional environmental fear? Okay, so that's, yeah, thank you, Hannah. That's a beautiful question. So Hannah's just asked, how do you transmute environmental fear with lots of negativity around your environment? So at the moment, collectively, there is a lot going on, and it's a great question, Hannah. There's a lot going on, and what's happening too is that a lot of people are feeling things. I'm just going to take a step back from the question. A lot of people are feeling things, and they're like, wow, why am I feeling that? I don't understand, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're a light worker. You're feeling so much that's going around, and it's all swirling, and people's fears and people's anxiety, and there's a lot going around all around you. I mean, and you just feel it, and you're thinking, and you sort of have this feeling that you know it's not your shit. It's not your thing. It's not what you need to process. And it can come, and that's why I want you to be, this is one of the biggest things about being the observer, is that sometimes it's not yours. And when you can understand with doing it a little bit more and more and more, when you can understand that, hang on a minute, that is actually being pushed onto me. It's actually being, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Hang on, I've actually got it written down. What's the word? It's being projected. So when it's being projected onto you, it's actually not yours. But yet because that we take on other people's emotions and feelings, we actually start feeling like it might be ours, and it's not. So that's another beautiful thing about getting curious. If you have an environment that is not allowing you to be in your, the full energetic stance that you embody, or you want to embody, and that you feel it, and that actually serves you and keeps you into a place where you're thriving, you're balanced, and you're grounded, you need to remove yourself from it. It's very hard to transmute it because it's not yours. Saying that about your flat at the moment, yeah, it's really tough, Hannah. I mean, when it's not yours, you can't transmute something that's not yours, but you can get into a place of really protecting yourself, of making sure that you are staying really grounded, and take yourself away. I mean, when you're in a place where there's lots of energy that's going around you, the best thing you can do is walk away. I know it's really hard to do that a lot of the time, but you can't transmute somebody else's things. You can't process it. You can't allow it to actually leave your energy field unless you actually remove yourself from it. Density sits within others, and it can actually be pushed onto you. It can actually be put forth to you in a way that you can actually take it on. So you have to set very, very firm boundaries. And there is definitely different. If you were doing any spiritual work, that you could actually sit down and actually ask, you could call in the different realms of archangels, or you could call in your bacteria medical team to overlight you, and you could definitely go into a deeper state of protecting yourself. But it's very, very hard to sit in a state of getting rid of somebody else's stuff, or allowing yourself to raise your vibration when there's lots of density and negative energy and ickiness around you. So really, yeah, about my flat at the moment, there's my answer. Yeah. So, when you can be curious, and you can understand when you're in a certain environment of why you're feeling that way, why is it happening? Why is what I said about Neil before, like, love the man, he's the love of my life. But at that stage, I had stuff I was processing. I was feeling dense energy around me. He was processing some stuff because he's had another injury and he's about to go into the CrossFit Games. And he was feeling density. He was feeling a low vibration. He was feeling yucky about himself. It was icky. Remove myself, did what I needed to transcend it, to allow myself to get into a state of a really beautiful high vibration, and to allow myself to get back into my body. And not, because what happens is when there's lots of yucky energy around you, actually going out of your body, because you're going out of your there's a form of you that is leaving yourself. There's a form of you that isn't actually in total awareness within yourself. So you're not actually in yourself. You're actually feeling and you're noticing, and you're understanding everything that's without of you. So, when you can get into a stage of making sure that you keep yourself really grounded, you keep yourself really balanced. Oh, Hannah, that's interesting that your internet booed you off. So did I answer that question? I suppose you don't know because you weren't here. You have to watch the replay, honey. You don't have to take their problems on board. Yeah, never take anybody else's problems on board. I mean, you can definitely be in a state of with an open heart of actually, listening, but don't take on anybody else's energy. Also, I've found if you raise your own vibration and push out as much love and call in love, the universe respond by seeing your opportunities. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's it's a law of the universe. It's absolutely law of the universe. If you're in a space of constantly sending out love, And that was the last step of the process, is release with love, or allow with love, or understand with love. Everything always comes down to the heart. And that's why we're going to do a heart activation, because there's a lot of people that are actually feeling a lot of ickiness and just need that for a little bit of a lift. Oh, good. I'm glad it made sense. You have to watch the replay to see if there's anything else. Has anybody got anything else? I've probably got time for another couple of questions. If anybody wants to ask anything or understand anything, or come on and ask a question or share something. I know it's our first one and people can be a little bit shy, but man, I miss this. I know, right? I love doing these too. Like, it's really nice to get together and, you know, even if you're just what I call sharing your shit, you know, you're just sharing it. It's nice to understand too, because what can happen as well is that we can be in a space of thinking we're the only one going through certain certain things. We're the only one that's feeling this way. We're the only one that's being triggered. We're the only one that somebody's pissing us off. Or we're the only one that's actually feeling what we're feeling. And when we can understand that we are absolutely freaking normal, it's beautiful. It really, really is beautiful. It's everybody is feeling everything right now. There is so many emotions coming in. People are being triggered. People are being in a place of feeling other people's stuff, and just get curious. Just get curious with your emotions. Just get into a state of honoring them. Honor your emotions. Emotions are beautiful. Feelings are beautiful. Even if you're fucked off, or you're angry, or you're sad, oh my God, honor every single tear that's dropping off your cheek, because that is something that is actually leaving your body, so that you don't have to feel it anymore. The density goes with it. We're brought up, a lot of us were brought up. I was brought up in a house where single parent, so you had to be strong. Be strong. You've got to be strong, Lisa, to survive. You've got to be strong. So I never felt my emotions. Like, I would be like a normal teenager and cry in that, but I would do it in hiding, in secret. I thought it was bad, And it's not that Mum was trying to not allow me to have the emotions. It was that she wanted me to be strong, because she believed the world was a very, very hard place, and a very, very evil place, and a very, very dark place. And it's just more programming I had. But when I cry, oh my God, when someone stands in front of me and cries, or when one of my clients cry, I fucking celebrate. I love it because it means that they're breaking through. They're having awareness. They're having understanding. They're having connection with themselves. They're really starting to embody the beautiful part of them, because tears are beautiful. Anger's beautiful. Anger's great. It helps you release. Nothing like punching a pillow, or really releasing something that you need to release. So oh yeah, I know, Edith. I kept going, Jeff, where's Jeff on? Who's Jeff? Natasha, you answered my question about me having to ask it. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Bex, the sense of community and connection. Hang on, should I stop squinting? I haven't cleaned my glasses either. The sense of community and connection is ACE, especially at the moment. It's annoying me the words being used, social distancing. It's physically distancing that happens. As if we socially distance, we become isolated and in a turmoil within. Absolutely, and there's a whole different things towards that from why we're actually being social distancing. It's like we're just being put. They don't want us to be together, and you can go into all the conspiracy theories, and you can go into all the stuff around that. But right now, we absolutely have to join in connection and really be one within each other, and do things like this, because you show up for an hour and you can go away from here feeling friggin' awesome, and also you can go away from here, and when something happens in a couple of days, you can go, oh, of course. Okay, cool. I get it. You might not be feeling this, and if you're not, that's great. Most certainly don't subconsciously bring it on anything, but just know that that we're all exactly the same. We're all normal. We all go through the same different levels of thing. It's just when we allow it and we really get into a place of understanding within ourselves. And this is the whole soul connection. This is the 4-day program with the soul discovery. It's discovering who we are. It's understanding, and it's really allowing ourselves to get to that beautiful place of going, you know what? I got this. Okay, what's Beck saying? We're going to get into a beautiful, yummy light language session, guys, in a minute. It's when we have our biggest breakdowns. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to go through the ickiness. You know, we've got this lifetime, and I don't know how many other lifetimes of stuff that's actually stuck. We've got ancestral stuff that's left in our body. We've got past life things that are within us that we need to release. And we don't even know what they are, and we don't need to be quite frank. Right. Shall we do a bit of a light language, beautiful heart opening? Who's ready for that? Oh, has anybody else got any more questions? Look at me squinting. I've got my glasses just here. Has anybody got any questions? Oh, is there a lighter? I'm just asking my beautiful, beautiful friend, Christy, if there's a lighter, because I've got to light all my juiciness things. Has anybody got any more questions? Really? You're just like, hurry up and shut up and get on with the light language. Is there anybody here that hasn't done it before? Do I need to explain? Thank you, gorgeous. Thanks. You should have seen us. We got to the place that we're staying at, and within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we were all ready to go. Everything was up and running. Everything was laid out for me, ready to do my session. I was changed. It was hilarious. So there's nobody on here that's never done light language. Yay! Awesome. You guys are just going to be welcoming to receiving. So if you just want to, if you're in your area, just make sure that you do what you want to do in the next couple of minutes. If you want to go to the toilet, we'll take a couple of minute break if anyone needs to pee-pee, because you don't want to have a full bladder, because it's really nice afterwards to sit in the beautiful yumminess for 5-10 minutes if you can, and you never know, you may actually fall asleep. I'll pop to the loo. Okay, Jessica. Let me know when you get back, Jessica. Don't apologise. It's all good. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Oh. Can you hear the birds? You probably can't, because I've got my... Actually, I might take these off for it, because I want you guys to hear the music. Can you hear the music, Edith? Give me the thumbs up. Thank you. You're like my producer. What would I do without you? Beautiful. We'll just wait for Jessica to... It's beautiful, eh? Neil hates it. He reckons it. I must admit, when I started using it, I was like, if you guys haven't used Palo Santo, it smells like burning rubber. And I was like, oh, what's that? Now I'm like, oh my God, give me more. So at the end of this, actually, I'll probably bring you out of it. I'll see how I go. Or I might just hang up. I'll see what happens. I know, right, Anna? I was like, oh, I don't like that smell. Such a shooch. So I'm just feeling into the energy in the group, and I'm feeling a few of you are in your head. So to start with, I'm going to drop you back into your bodies, because you're probably thinking about all the things that I've just said. And Hannah, this is your favorite frankincense. I remember you did that post that you dropped a whole lot of frankincense on your pillow, and you did lots of traveling that night. I remember that post. Isn't it funny, the things that we remember? I was like, oh, I want to do that. I may have dropped a few things on my pillow, but nothing happened, just saying. Yeah. Yeah, you had to travel. Yeah. It was so funny. I always remember that. Okay. Oh, Jessica's back. Sorry, I missed it. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, because I can feel there's a few of you, you're processing a lot of what I've said, and you're like, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, so that's why I do that. Da, da, da. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to drop you into your body beautifully, and it's just going to be some breathing. And with the breathing, we're going to inhale for 6, hold for 3, 2 or 3, and then exhale for 6. And we'll do it about 4 times. But first of all, I want you guys just to get into a really beautiful, yummy state. I want you to either, if you're sitting up, close your eyes. If you're lying down, just make sure you're lying down or sitting up with your palms open so you're receiving. So make sure your palms are up, on your lap or on your side. And I just want you to close your eyes. And just be really still. Just be really still. Just feel your body for a minute. Like, get into your body. Even shake your shoulders a little bit. Put your shoulders back and make sure your chest is up, out. Yeah, make sure your shoulders are back, because we're doing the heart. Really pull you, even if you're lying down, just sort of pull them back a little bit more and allow the expansion of your heart, because we're going to be opening it up. I just want you just to relax. Just be one with where you are. And now I want you to take 4 beautiful deep breaths, holding it in 6, breathing in 6, holding for 2, and then breathing out. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding for 2 and breathing out for 6. And as you're breathing out, just feel your shoulders relaxing with every breath. Breathing in. Holding for 2 and out. Breathing in. And out. And one more. And I want you to really start relaxing the body even more as you're lying there in your beautiful yumminess and connection. And I want you to let your eye sockets go. Relax your jaw, your chin, your tongue. With every breath, allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into where you are right now. Relax your tummy, your hips, your back. Let it sink, let it go. Your bottom, your legs, even your knees. Give your body permission to surrender where you are. Your feet, your toes. And I want you to imagine there's a cord going out of your feet, whether you're sitting up or whether you're lying down. And it's going down to Mother Gaia. It's going down through the earth. Imagine it going through the earth, through the soil, through into the core, all the way down. And we're just going to leave that there so that whatever needs to be cleared can be cleared beautifully. And Mother Gaia can do what she needs to with love. And I want you to bring yourself back to where you are. And I want you just to surrender even more. And I just want you to allow yourself to let go, to not think, to focus on your breath, coming in and out of your nostrils. As we open up the heart and clear away what needs to be cleared. Ruaka shia naya kokoroka. Ia marioka kia karakaku. Ia mu brua shisiana. Ia kirakoa ia o ia kakai kurukua nati. Ia mahahani ia kokoro ia ka. Isha mia naha. Ia horu ia waka kakia ko shatia. Isa nia na. Ia mai kuku. Ia roa ia kakika karia koa. Isha mia na io. Ia korokoa ia. Ia mo roshiatati. Ia kukurua ia moana. Ia mahanya ia koriaku. Isha miha nahati. Sia makakurukua. Ia roa ia na ia moa ia ka. Ia oa. Ia oa. Ia oa. Ia oa ia ka kia roa ka. Isha miha nahana. Ia na pakukukurukua. Oh, ia mo. Ia oa. Ia moa ia kakia rua kakakia. Isa shua nahana. Ia busha tisa. Ia makakuka kika kurukuru. Ia musha hia tasa nia maha. Ia na ia kaku. Ia muria watasiana. Ia hoka kia ora. Isha busata. Ia ma guruka iana. Ia maha naha tia kuruku. Ia kakakakaka. Isha mia noana. Isa rua taha. Ia na ia ko. Ia mua kakia riaku. Ia mai kukuru kakia wana. Ia sushaniana. Ia ma kaki. Ia busha, ia no, anaya ma. Ia kakokoria, kokokoria. Ia ma. Ia to. Isa shiana. Ia ma kakia kurokoa, kakia kurokoa, kakia kurokoa. Open your heart, Divine One. Allow the light in, out, and all around. You are safe. You are loved. You are one. You are enough. Kia kurukua sishiana. Ia mai aka kukukurukua. Isa noha naha naha na iaka. Ia shia burukua tatiaka. Allow the flow of the divine. Allow the flow of yourself. Allow the flow of your higher self. Be as one. Kia kuo shia tua sahana. Ia maria kakakia koroa kakia. Ia moa ia okoa. Ia mo reoa shaniata. Ia makakio. Ariako atoriako. You are unlocked. Kurukuaya satiana. Biako rio akakasia kashatia kakakia kokayaka. Ia mohana. Ia bia waia kokoria kuku. Atatia sahana. We honor you, great one. Ia kurupuku. Thank you, divine. Ia shama ia na kukuara kakia karea koa kakia kuruku. Ia masa shia nohana. Ia buka kiaro. Ia roa ia kakiakara. Ia moaria oroa akaria o kuturua kakiakoroka. Feel the waves of love pouring over you. Feel the oneness with your heart. Feel the truth flowing through you. Rejoice in the one you love. Honor self always. Kia ora koa. Ishania natatia. Aroa kakia koro. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, koro koa katia. And as the warmth sweeps over you, I want you to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and start to come back into your body. Start to feel your breath. Do it in your own time. There is no hurry. I want you to thank your spirits and your guides for assisting in this transmission and assisting in opening your heart. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank Mother Gaia. And I just want to thank you all. Namaste. Kurokwashiana. Ia toroka ia uma. And when you feel ready, just open your eyes. Remember, there's no hurry. You're welcome, Hannah. If you feel like staying where you are, don't open your eyes. Just allow yourself to float in the beautiful of the heart. I felt your heart opening. It was beautiful. Thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure. You're welcome back. So I'm going to leave you now in this beautiness. Yeah, I know it was just right near the end. I just felt the hearts opening. You're welcome, Jessica. I hope to all see you. What we're doing next? Oh, we've got a intuitive reading on Thursday, which is the new moon. Natasha, you're welcome, gorgeous. I'm not going to say much more because I just want to leave you guys in this yumminess because it's such a beautiful energy. This is your higher vibrational energy flooding all through you. The codes have been ignited and your heart is wide open. So enjoy, honor it, allow it, and serve yourself to your highest level of pleasure always. Burukashiana, Isatoromaka. Sending you all so much love and light.